Mike.
I'm on 2.
Mike check.
Testing.
1003, 1004.
Test. Testing. 1, 2.
Okay. How about it? Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Family Ties production of Western Big Six basketball tonight. We're at the Panther Den at United Township High School for super-sectional action between the Alleman Pioneers and the Sherrard Tigers. Both teams coming in tonight with identical 23-6 records, and Sherrard has something to prove tonight. This is Jim Smith along with Jim Sanders. Going to bring you the action, and Coach, we're looking forward to a good ball game tonight.
Well, it should be a real good ball game. I know the two teams played earlier in the year, and Alleman dominated the game, but you know, Sherrard got off to a real slow start, but of course the competition was great. You know, they play in that the Turkey tournament. They ended up playing UT and Geneseo and Moline. Then they lost to Alleman right away, so I think they're 0-4 right off the bat. But I think you mentioned earlier, we were talking, in that 23-6 record, they are 16-0 since 1996 began, so they're on quite a run themselves. And of course, our fans have seen Alleman several times, but why don't you refresh our memory on that one?
Well, Coach, Alleman's a real solid ball club, built around an inside player and an outside player. Brian Trapkus, the All-Stater, and Pat Voss, the guard. Brian Trapkus, the big man in the middle, 6'7" senior, and Pat Voss, a 5'8" junior. Also an All-Stater in soccer and an honorable mention All-Stater in basketball. So he's their Voss is their real spark plug, and we're looking for big things from both those guys. Plus, I think the key to Alleman's success has been not only the play of Voss and Trapkus, but the way the other members of their team have stepped up. Alleman goes about 9 or 10 deep off their bench, so they'll be solid whoever they put in there.
Well, and they've had guys step up in this tournament and made some key shots when Voss and Trapkus were in a little bit of trouble, foul trouble and things like that. So it should be a good game. Sherrard, you take a good look at Todd Swanson, number 53, and Jeremiah Johnson, big players inside for them. So well, let's get ready to get the starting lineups here, Coach. But I'll tell you, I'm looking for an exciting ball game. That first score early in the year doesn't make any difference.
This is the Sweet 16. Both teams looking to get down to that Elite 8 down at Peoria.
Well, last year, you know, of course, Alleman ended up beating Orion in a great ball game over at Wharton Fieldhouse to advance to the state tournament. And this year, it's the Sherrard Tigers going to step in and do battle. Hey, how about the lineups?
Okay, here comes the starting lineups now.
They're going to do the non-starters and the coaches, Coach. So
they're going to do everybody. Well, first coming out is Larry Schulte. And the non-starters. Number 12, Kevin McLean. He's a 5'9" junior guard. Number 14 is Scott Cornelis. He's a 5'10" senior guard. Number 20 is Paul Barnes. He's a 5'10" senior guard. 22, a 6'2" junior, Chris Swanson, who's been a part-time starter for the Pioneers this year. Number 30, a 6'2" junior guard forward, Mike Watson. Number 34, a 6'1" junior, Jake Smithers. Number 40, Tony Stock. He's a 6'2" senior. Number 43, Jeff Maness, a 6'2" junior, brother of Charlie. Number 50, Craig DeDecker, a 6'7" junior. And number 52, a 6'4" sophomore, up for the tournament, Paul Linden.
Well, we'll go through the coach and non-starters for Sherrard at this point in time. The head coach is Brian Hutton. His team is 23-6 this year. Number 15 is Steve Canelli. He's a 5'11" sophomore. Number 21, Laren Facio, a 5'11" sophomore. Number 23, his last name is Swanson. Number 25, Nick Sim, is a 6-foot sophomore. 33 is J. Paul Schrock, a 6-foot junior. Jesse Ornelas, number 35, a 6-foot junior. Number 41, Chad Sharon, is a 6'2" senior. 43 is John Bender, a 6'1" sophomore. 45 is Kevin Carlson, a 6'2" junior. I'm about out of breath on that one.
That's a lot. Here we go. Alternating fashion now. Here we go. For the Pioneers now. Number 10, the floor leader, 5'10" junior, Pat Voss.
And for the Sherrard Tigers, at guard, number 13, 5'11" senior, Zach Christensen.
And now for the Pioneers. A 6'2" sophomore, Dan Coyne-Logan.
And for the Tigers, number 31, a 5'8" senior, Steve Yeager.
And now for the forwards for the Pioneers. Number 32, a 6'2" junior, Steve Sotos.
And a forward for Sherrard, number 51. He's a 6'3", and he's a senior, Jeremiah Johnston.
The other forward for the Pioneers, a 6'5" junior, number 44, Ryan Wood.
And for Sherrard, number 53 at forward, 6'6", senior leading scorer, Todd Swanson.
And now for the big man inside at center for the Pioneers, 6'7" senior, leading scorer, Brian Trapkus.
And the man in the middle for Sherrard, a 6'4", senior, number 55 is Brad Luttrell. The officials for tonight's ball game are Jerry Whitney and Bill Rollman. They're both from Rockford. They worked the ball game last year with Alleman and Orion. It's now time for the national anthem.
That certainly was a good job by Hillary Harper, another one of the UT Fine Arts students and Mr. Jeff Hook's choir students here at United Township High School.
Well, you know, Coach, you get the super-sectional time and they turn the lights out, you know it's time to rumble. And I'll tell you, this should be a fantastic basketball game.
And as we mentioned earlier, Sherrard's got something to prove. You know, they had that rough start coming out. Starting off 0-4 and losing big to Alleman early in the season. They're a completely different team now.
That's right, no question about that. Well, again, Sherrard starts Christensen, Yeager, Johnston, Swanson, Luttrell. Todd Swanson will jump center.
He's going to go against Trapkus. We got Trapkus, Voss, Coyne-Logan, Sotos.
Trapkus gets the ball on the way up.
And we'll let him have it. Voss for three. Oh, in and out, wouldn't go. Rebound, put back. Bounces around, battle for the rebound. Trapkus come down with it.
Sherrard's looking to play man-to-man. They're having trouble finding a man. How are they going to go Well, let's see what happens here now.
Coin Logan to Voss.
Match it up a little
bit. They play a little matchup zone here, possibly.
Yep. Thought they were man-to-man a second ago there, and then all of a sudden they're going to match
Ryan Wood
up.
with the ball. And Coin Logan. Alleman being patient, trying to figure out the defense here. Coach Schulte up off the bench, shouting some instructions.
Nice job of defense by the Tigers right now. Alleman's actually got 3 shots off and no baskets at this point.
Dumped down to
They're
Trappist.
collapsing inside hard. A quick foul inside. Called on Zach Christensen. 5'11" senior picks up his first foul. Sherrard's first team foul.
Dan Coin Logan on the inbounds. To Voss. Soto's out top. Again, Alleman working against that 1-3-1 matchup zone.
Looks like they wanted, boy, they collapsed so hard inside on the low post there a minute ago.
Soto's from the corner, rolls around, wouldn't go.
Finally gets possession. Steve Yeager comes up with that rebound. First possession for Sherrard, score 0-0. 6:38 to go, first quarter.
And Alleman's going to play man-to-man, looks like.
Swanson inside. Quick foul call.
First foul going against Alleman now. That's going to be Trapkus.
That's always something to take a look at, Coach. Trapkus has a tendency to get in foul trouble, and I think you mentioned that earlier. That's why going 9 deep really has helped Alleman throughout the course of this year, although Brian's done a much better job of staying out of foul trouble early in the conference games especially. Both teams just a little bit nervous right now.
Yeah, everything, they're just a little tight. The ball's just hitting the back of the ring right now and jumping out. In and out, wouldn't go.
Nice
big rebound, ball's on the floor. And Steve Sotos comes up with it.
Jeremiah Johnston had that offensive board for just a second there, but lost control.
Coin Logan. Voss dribbles to the corner.
Coach, he is fast. He's just flat out fast.
He's got quick feet, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Good, as we mentioned in the pregame here, a good soccer player. Long three from Voss. Ball's tipped around. Sotos battles for it.
Sherrard
that ball's going to be out of bounds to Alleman. That's Sotos and Steve Yeager going for the ball. Yeager was out of bounds when he had touched it anyway.
Good
so
hustling, dove for the ball, ended up with had his hands on it, but he was laying on the out of bounds line. Sherrard's going to have to get a lot more physical if they're going to stay in this ball game, because right now
Sotos in the paint from the dotted line. Well, both teams over.
Luttrell won the rebound. Here comes the Tigers.
Over 2 minutes gone now. No score.
Both teams will loosen up. This obviously would be considered more of a home game. Swanson, nice basket, banked it in. Todd Swanson, more of a home game for Alleman because they've played here over the years. Turning the lights out like this makes a big difference.
Yes.
Much different shooting background than you get in most gymnasiums.
And this is a pretty good sized crowd here tonight. That might be a factor. Trapkus, nice move. Ball fake, pivots, goes to the hole, puts it up for 2, ties the score. 5:15 in the first quarter.
Whoa, there's those unforced errors we talk about every ball game. Got to be a little careful of that one. Steve Yeager, a little miscommunication there.
Well, I saw a Sherrard player going. I didn't see who it was. We've got number 22. That's Chris Watson checking in for Alleman. Dan Coin Logan going to sit down. Watson's had some good games from the three-point arc.
Yep.
Maybe Coach Schulte's thinking about let's put him in and break this zone down a little bit, maybe.
1-2-2 zone this time.
Sotos, short. Trapkus, ball's on the ground. Trapkus battling for it, comes up with it. Jump ball, it's going to go to Sherrard.
Anytime the big guy gets that ball down, and it wasn't Brian's fault, it ended up down on the ground, but everybody's tall enough to get that ball.
I was going to say, you're as tall as the shortest guy on the floor when that ball's down around your ankles.
But good hustling, boy, I tell you, Sherrard really is collapsing. They're daring Alleman to make the outside shot right now.
Alleman picking up full court now, man-to-man.
Working hard inside, trying to get that ball inside.
We got a touch foul out here. It's going to be against Voss. Put a little hand check on him. That's second team foul. Voss is first. 2-2 the score. 4:40 remain first quarter. As you mentioned earlier, Jim, guys a little tight here.
Oh, nice soft touch inside. Ball won't
Good
go.
tip.
Swanson kept it alive. Nice shot that time by Jeremiah Johnson, but it didn't stay in the hole.
Soto's trapped.
Good pressure right there.
Watson
catch.
kicks it back to Sotos. Voss from the corner 3 times. And Voss picks up man-to-man. Working against Yeager.
Did a good job breaking the press with the dribble, though. It always makes you nervous when you're breaking that.
Well, you got a chance to get trapped.
No foul.
No basket.
No basket. Push foul.
In fact, maybe Sotos this time.
I'll tell you, both postmen do a nice job in there. I thought for Sherrard, Swanson looks tough in there. Johnson looks good in there. You know, they move well and they don't travel. Kind of looks like they're moving a little bit, but
well, they're getting their feet set just as they take the ball.
Nice move. Penetration. Good defense by Alleman.
is trying to take the charge, but probably a good no call there. Voss, 15-footer. No. Trapkus, long rebound, right back up with it.
Power.
Count it.
Powerful. Sherrard wants timeout.
And we got timeout. Sherrard.
3:36 to go in the first quarter. Alleman, 5 straight points, and Sherrard needs a timeout.
Well, welcome back to the Panther Den. This is Jim Smith along with Jim Sanders for Family Ties Productions, bringing you super-sectional action here at the Panther Den in East Moline. Boy, good crowd here tonight, Coach Sanders.
Well, big crowd. And I tell you what, you can talk about it. We talked about it last year, the enthusiasm of Class A basketball. When you get teams from the small schools, it seems like I saw people coming in here from all the schools that Sherrard has beaten and all the schools that Alleman's beaten along the tournament trail here. They're here and they're rooting for the team that beat them most of the time. That's unusual. Usually, in the bigger schools, get a little too sophisticated for that sometimes.
Right.
But, man, this is exciting. Class A basketball in Illinois.
Mr. Voss with the rebound. Trapkus baseline goes up strong. He's going to be fouled. Yeah, you're right. And most of it's positive cheering. You don't hear too much of the hey you and the pointing.
Well, these are the games you like to referee as an official, because the crowd's big enough you can't hear any individual fans, and usually there's more, like you say, more cheering for your team as opposed to when you make a call. Sub in the ball game, number 33 comes in. That's J. Paul Strock comes in, and Zach Christensen is going to sit down. That foul was on Brad Luttrell. It's his first and the second team foul against Sherrard.
Trapkus gets that nice shooter's roll. 8-2, 3:03 remains here in the first quarter. Second one's up and good.
Alleman's doing a nice job pulling away right now. Sherrard needs a basket, but not like that. Not a chance, not a chance.
Made to order. Chris Watson laying in the weeds. Alleman's changed their defense now to a little full court trap, and the ball's out of bounds. Alleman stepped up the defensive pressure there, and Sherrard wasn't quite ready for it. Easy basket, turnover.
Well, coming right off that timeout, Sherrard's just not getting any shots. The Alleman defense is just smothering them right now. And last, 2 times they haven't got the ball to the 10-second line.
I was going to say, and their first possession down, Yeager took it all the way down the lane, tried to dump it, and Trapkus ended up with the ball underneath the basket.
Right.
So
that's right.
So they haven't had a shot since the timeout.
No.
At 3:36, so we've gone a minute. And Alleman has extended the lead to 11-2 now.
Alleman's looking good.
Long shot by
that.
number 40's checked in the game. That's Tony Stock in for the Pioneers now.
And it looks like, and there's no question that Sherrard has got to control the ball out front with the guard play and get the ball inside.
Ryan Wood call for the block. Naturally, the Alleman fans don't like that, but pretty good call.
I think it's a pretty good call, I'll tell you the truth. You can't hardly jam that knee in there real hard and not get called for something.
4th team foul now for the Pioneers, so.
Boy, good job. Of course, Western Big Six teams play great defense, and it's really a struggle for the schools that don't see that week in and week out to come in and get much offense going. And right now, Sherrard is really struggling getting any offense going.
You know, and Alleman's working hard all the time on defense, not just every once in a while. Ball's loose on the floor. It's going to be Alleman's ball on alternating possession. They had it once and lost it. Number 41 for Sherrard battling for it. That's Chad Sherrard in there.
Well, you know, you talk about
Sharon, you got a name?
I think it's Sharon. Yeah.
Sharon.
Chad Sharon. 142 to go here in the first quarter, and Sherrard has 2 points. Obviously, when Coach Hutton came into the ball game, you know, he was certainly hoping for a much better start than this, and it's going to be an uphill struggle tonight for Sherrard.
Lost
good defense
baseline
there.
Watson. Ball's tipped.
Well, nice job out there.
Little defense now. Sherrard creates a turnover. They dump it down.
Long three off the front of the rim that time. Steve
Ryan
Yeager
Trapkus controls the boards. Finds Voss quickly up to Watson. He misses.
Schulte thought he might have got hit on the arm on that one a little bit. Todd Swanson with the rebound. Sharon with the ball now, number 41. Sherrard with the gold uniforms trimmed in purple and white. Alleman with the green and traditional green and white.
Well, here comes Voss pushing. Yeager reaches in, but can't get away with that.
Nope. And I'll tell you what, you talk about a pretty good foul, though. It probably was not a bad idea because Alleman certainly had the numbers coming in. 2 subs for Sherrard.
Brad 2 for the Pioneers
is coming back in. Chad Sharon's going to sit down. Number 13, Zach Christensen's coming in the ball game, and Steve Yeager is going to sit down.
Well, we got Scott Cornelis, Jake Smithers, and Jeff Menas coming in now for the Pioneers. Coach Schulte going to give the starters a rest here for the last 43 seconds of the quarter, with leading 11-2.
Well, it's a good idea too to stop people from picking up their second fouls along the way also.
So we've got Cornelis, Voss out front with the ball now. Menas, Smithers, and Wood. Yep. Wood's on the free throw line. 2-1-2 offensive set to match up with the 2-1, well, 1-3-1 looking defense now.
Right. And Alleman's going to hold for the last shot here. 19 seconds to go. 11-2 lead by the Pioneers. First quarter, super-sectional action from United Township High School.
10 seconds. Here we go. They'll key the play now. Voss, backdoor lob. Down to Jeff Menas. He catches the lob, puts it up and in.
Long shot off the back of the rim. 51, Jeremiah Johnson with that last shot.
So with the score, 13-4, 13-2.
13-2. Got scoreboards a little bit screwed up right now.
Scoreboard's off right now, but it's 13-2 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
We're back. Hey, we're back. Whew.
No, everybody's back.
That was easy for me to say, I'll tell you that. Second quarter action, super-sectional Class A state basketball tournament. Woo! March Madness at its finest. The Alleman Pioneers lead 13-2 over the Sherrard Tigers.
Well, and you mentioned earlier, Jim, that's exactly what Coach Brian Hutton didn't want his Tigers to come out and get themselves in a big hole like that.
Look out. Nice
Scott
play.
Cornelis, great anticipation. He's going to go coast to coast. He gets fouled. In fact, Steve Yeager will pick up his second, if it's indeed on Yeager.
Well,
33. J. Paul Schrock.
J. Paul Schrock picked up that foul. Just those passes just aren't going to go against Alleman. There just isn't any way to get that done. Yeager is back in the ball game right now, and Schrock is going to sit down.
It would have been hard for him to pick up that foul.
Yep. Yeah. He wanted to, though.
Cornelis missed the first one. Well, Sherrard's got to score next time down the floor, or one of these times.
Yeah, really. They got to turn the tide somehow, but I'm sitting up here trying to figure out a way, and right now they don't have the ball handlers to break the press with any consistency, and they haven't shown that anybody's going to shoot the ball in the hole.
Full court trap, boy, they passed it up the floor, but
really out of sync right now.
Luttrell wasn't looking, but they end up with the ball.
But one of the things to keep in consideration for the Sherrard fans, the hope is that their defense has been pretty good. They've only given up, only allowed 14 points themselves. So,
boy, and they can't buy a hoop. That was a pretty good look at the basket there.
Swanson, a nice turnaround.
Yeah.
That's the one that'll usually go for him. That's his shot.
Voss, three-point land. Long rebound, Cornelis. Boy, Scott Cornelis has come in the game and really been hustling.
Yes, he has.
He's got a steal, a near steal, and then he run down a long rebound here.
And Alleman's getting to every loose ball right now. They're winning every battle to the loose ball. Sherrard can't come in and do that. They can't let Alleman out-hustle you. Too many guns for Alleman to that happen. And Sherrard's still playing tough defense, zoning it up. Well, there's a turnover. Maybe that'll get Sherrard turned around a little bit here. Still playing very good defense. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first half, and Sherrard's only given up 14 points. That's the good news. The bad news is Alleman's only given up 2.
Right.
Nice drive. Make something happen.
Like that foul's good. I think he's pointing at Ryan Wood here. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's Ryan Wood indeed. That's his second.
Nice job of driving there by Steve Yeager. He's a 5'8" senior.
Excuse me, fifth team foul for Alleman now. Steve Yeager, one of their leading scorers. They've Sherrard's unusual. They got 5 senior starters for him. These are the guys that have played all along, and some of these kids have been playing since they were sophomores, I know. Right. So,
well, I can even remember back with this group coming in through the junior high ranks out in Sherrard. I know they came in and played a lot of the in-town teams. It wasn't like if they stayed out and not played good competition. They played the good competition. It's just one of those nightmare starts that a team just, how do you explain it?
Yeah, and the balls are rattling around. They're getting some pretty decent shots, and just a little tight. Trapkus, good ball movement by Alleman.
Well, we got that crowd is in it now. Well, both teams have fired up an air ball, and the student sections are letting those players know it.
Yeah, we're getting just a little gamesmanship going now here.
Right now, we got a little problem down there now. Coach Schulte was kind of delaying to get a sub in the ball game and had some instructions to give him, and the officials are trying to get this ball in bounds here.
That's Tony Stock checking back in. Scott Cornelis gets a hand as he goes to the bench. Man-to-man pressure, full court now from the Pioneers. Manus reaches in, flicks that ball away from Swanson.
So far, Sherrard has done a decent job of breaking the press when it's been man-to-man. When Alleman has gone to that three-quarter, almost full court, actually, trap zone press, Sherrard's had all kinds of problems with that.
They got him a little more up-tempo than they want to be in. You can see just a little air of franticness.
Johnson inside.
Good position,
nice
down
move
low
that time. Jeremiah Johnson, number 51. 14-4.
Trapkus, 16-footer, too strong, wouldn't go.
About 2 feet farther out than he'd like to be. And 2 feet closer, that shot's going to go in about 80% of the time. Sherrard beginning to make a little move. Foul call.
Got too much pushing inside there. Well, it could be on any number of people. There's a lot of guys in the middle there. 32, that's going to be Steve Sotos is going to pick up his second foul. 6th team foul now for the Pioneers. Next one will put the Sherrard into the bonus.
Yep. Well, Alleman, like you said early in the going here now, has gone. They've got 8 players in the ball game. 8, 9, 10 players, I think, have been in the ball game. So
I'll say Chris Watson in now for Sotos as he picks up his second foul.
Well, the good news already in this quarter, Sherrard has doubled their point output of the first quarter. But they're only up to 4 points.
Nice turnaround.
Oh, nice shot. Sherrard may get back in this with shooting like that. Brad Luttrell, again, one of those seniors. He's 6'4", and it's 14-6 with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, Sherrard matches up pretty good with Alleman's big kids.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. If they can just get the ball down the court and get it into those guys, I think they're going to score.
Well, I've got the lead down now to single digits, too, and that's more manageable. Chris Watson off the drive, wouldn't go. We got pushing underneath.
Push-off foul on Alleman that time.
Going to be Jeff Manus, it looks like. I think.
1-1, I believe.
That's going to be 1-1.
Well, the advantage, and I think, knowing the defense that Sherrard plays, and they've played well all season defensively, things went real bad for them right off the bat. But you look at the scoreboard, and again, they've only given up 14 points. And so no matter how bad they are offensively, at this point in time, they're in the ball game. Your defense can keep you in the ball game until your offense gets rolling. Another missed free throw. That's 2, 4, 5, 0 for 5. Sherrard is 0 for 5 from the free throw line.
Trapkus from the dotted line, rolls around, wouldn't go. Well, Brian Trapkus is not going to miss many from that range.
Nope. Yeager into Swanson, got the ball into Swanson. Alleman playing a little zone now. Long three-pointer, Steve Yeager, and it's 14-9. Here come the Tigers.
Stock moved it down, kick it down to Trapkus. Back out to Stock, 3, no.
Big rebound in there by Jeremiah Johnston.
Jeremiah Johnston's done a great job on the boards here in this second quarter.
Beautiful job. Sherrard doing a much better job of moving that ball right now. Johnston on the drive.
Sherrard's a step quicker than Alleman defense right now. They're especially the boys down on the blocks. They're getting good position down in there, and they're getting the first move to the basket. Alleman kids got to move their feet, and they're fouling them.
Well, and Sherrard crowd is getting in the ball game. The kids are playing with a lot more confidence right now. If they can find the range on the free throw line here, anything could happen. In and out. That ball's halfway down, Coach. 0 for 6. Okay, for the Sherrard fans, big free throw there. Sub in, number 33 is coming in the game. That's J. Paul Schrock. Number 13, Zach Christensen, will sit down.
And Scott Cornelius coming back in for the Pioneers. Going to replace Tony Stock.
We'll take a look at this, but right now, Sherrard has only gone with 2 subs coming off the bench. Schrock's been in, and Chad Sharon's been in the ball game. So 7 against the 10 that Alleman's had in the ball game already, 10 or 11 that Alleman's already had in the ball game.
Well, in the first 4.5 minutes here, Sherrard's put an 8-1 run on the Pioneers. Alleman scored 1 free throw so far this second quarter. Trapkus from the paint.
Yeah, nice move that time.
Nice move. Nicely done.
Man to stop. Steve Yeager handling the ball out front. Alleman back man to man. Nice move into Swanson. Off the rim, won't go. Good hustle, rebound, and a quick foul on Alleman. Brad Luttrell hustles that ball to the corner, and Alleman will pick up the foul.
Chris Watson's going to pick up that foul. That's the 9th team foul, so they're 1 away from that automatic 2 free throw business.
You bet. And there's 2 minutes 50 seconds to go here in the first half, so that may make a difference coming down the end. Of course, only if you make the free throws.
Yeah. Here comes Ryan Wood back in the ball game. Jeff Manus going to go sit down. I keep seeing that 43, and that was his brother's number.
Yeah.
I want to call him Charlie every time I see that number.
Well, we followed this team, through so many games the last 2 or 3 years here that you get to where you really know numbers, and it gets crazy when some of these seniors graduate. I'm not so sure what we're going to do.
Have to learn them all over again.
All over again. We're capable, though. We can do that if we have to.
Brad Luttrell, 4 points in the game now.
16-12 is our score. Alleman leads. 2:43 to go in the first half.
And Sherrard's going to stick with their zone. 1-3-1, kind of a matchup-looking zone here.
And Alleman appears to be willing to kind of spread that ball out. A quick reach. Nicely done.
Voss on the dribble against Johnson. Skip pass.
Boy, Johnson had quick feet on that one, but he get out on that and back. A quick steal by the Sherrard Tigers.
Schrock knocks the ball out of Trapkitz's hands.
Oh, a nice soft shot by Brad Luttrell. 16-14 Alleman. And a travel. And a good call. I'll tell you one thing, Trapkitz is heading to the basket, though.
You know, Alleman,
look out.
Alleman's been on the verge of traveling several times tonight, I thought.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, too. You take a look right there. Alleman went right back with that zone, with the zone press there. A little too much pressure. But that's the one I think is going to get him all the way to the big show down in Peoria, is that zone press.
Chris Watson with his second foul, and that more importantly gives Alleman 10 team fouls now. And
Steve Yeager is going to shoot 2.
Sherrard will shoot 2 the rest of the way.
That's good news, bad news, because he's 0 for 4 right now.
He's 0 for 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. You've already added those on there.
Now he's 1 for 3.
Okay.
Pulls the Tigers within 1.
Boy, what a comeback, Coach.
I was going to say, you got to admire the way Sherrard's battled back. Alleman's only scored 3 points this quarter. Off the rim, wouldn't go. Trapkitz, Luttrell battling for the ball. Coin Logan. Wood, skip pass to Cornelis. Back to Wood, 14-footer.
Got him on the arm. Foul's going to go on J. Paul Schrock, I believe. 33. 2 shots for Alleman, 2 subs coming in for Sherrard. Chad Sherrard is back in the ball game, number 41. Zach Christensen is in the ball game. Going out would be Steve Yeager and number 55, Brad Luttrell.
Ryan Wood at the line. Calmly puts in the first one. 17-15 now, the Alleman lead. Trying to stretch it to 3. And he does.
Much better job breaking the press.
We say Sherrard looks like they've settled down now. They've got themselves back into the ball game here. They've adjusted to the play.
Yes,
is what they've done.
Exactly right.
Voss, quick hands, comes up with it. Dumps it to Wood.
Pass.
Oh my goodness, nice play. Pat Voss to Ryan Wood. Voss set that up nicely. Drew the defense, dished it off the Wood. Easy 2 for the Pioneers.
Sherrard does a nice job breaking the press, but I think they're going to have to take that ball to the basket because Alleman's continuing the pressure once they set up. Nice pass inside. Soft shot. Jeremiah Johnston, a 6'3 senior. 20-17. 1:04 to go.
Pat Voss, 5th point of the night. Boy, things are heating up here, Coach. 22-17, under a minute now.
This is the kind of basketball game I think most of the fans that paid their money to get in here expected. 2 quality teams playing the Super-sectional for the right to go to Peoria and playing the Elite 8.
I think we got an offensive call here against Sherrard. It might be Jeremiah Johnston. Let's see.
Yeah, it is. 51.
I think he was hooking or something. I think he's calling him. That's his first foul. Team 6th. Sub up off the bench. Steve Sotos is going to check in for the Pioneers. Next dead ball.
Johnson's first foul. Last time our fans had a chance to see Johnson was against United Township in the Turkey tournament at Moline, and Johnson was in foul trouble real early.
Looks like Pioneers going to hold for 1 shot here now. 25 seconds remain. They've got the ball in a 5-point lead.
And Sherrard's willing to let him take the last shot right now. Now they may add a little pressure here.
Scott Cornelis with the ball.
8 seconds.
Setting some picks for Voss. He dribbles, 3-pointer from the line, a little short. Ball's loose, we got a breakaway. Yeager from 3.
Gonna count if it goes in.
No, wouldn't go.
Beautiful idea that time. Number 13 is Zach Christensen, and Coach, he knew just exactly how much time there was on that clock.
Well, hats off to Sherrard. They battled back. Outscored Alleman 15-9 in that second quarter, and the trail 17-22. At the conclusion of the first half, as we mentioned, Sherrard has adjusted to the level of play now, the style of play, and they fought their way back in there. So
Yep.
why don't we take a break here and be back with second half action after this timeout.
We're back here at the Panther Den, super-sectional basketball. This is Jim Sanders along with Jim Smith. We have the Alleman Pioneers leading by 5, 22-17 over the Sherrard Tigers. Coach for Sherrard in the first half, Steve Yeager, number 31, had 4 points. Jeremiah Johnston had 5 points. Brad Luttrell had 6. I think maybe the big story in this first half, Todd Swanson, the leading scorer for Sherrard, was held only 2 points to total 17.
Well, for the Pioneers, as you might expect, Brian Trapkus leading the way with 8 points. Pat Voss with 5 points, a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. And then the rest of the scoring is rounded out by Ryan Wood with 4 points. Jeff Maness in with a first quarter bucket for 2 points. Chris Watson, 2 points. Scott Cornelis in, hit a free throw for a point. So, Alleman cooled off considerably that second quarter.
You betcha.
And Sherrard stepped up. So
big factor, Sherrard, by calculations, look at here, was 4 for 11 from the free throw line the first half. So here we go. The lights are off again. So it must mean that we're playing Alleman ball.
Here we go. Alleman with the ball. Into Trapkus at the free throw line. Kicks it over to Coyne Logan. Shot's a little strong.
It must be hard to shoot in here with those lights are off, Coach. It really is. Whoa.
Well, Pat Voss is going to show us his soccer ability there. He thought about kicking it, but pulled his foot back. He knew he couldn't touch it.
And the referee's right there looking at it. He says, well, there's nothing illegal about trying to kick it. It just is if you kick it.
Set those lineups now. Alleman's got Trapkus, Voss, Coyne Logan,
Yes.
Sotos, and Wood. He got the starters back in there.
For Sherrard, their starters are back in the ball game also. That's Zach Christensen, number 13, Steve Yeager, Jeremiah Johnston, Todd Swanson, and Brad Luttrell. Luttrell has it now, back out to Yeager. Nice move inside, Brad Luttrell.
And Sherrard strikes first. Cuts a lead to 3. That's as close as they've been now since early on.
2-2. That was a tie they had there. I'll tell you what, I'm just impressed with the way that Sherrard's kids and their coaching staff stayed right in the ball game.
Pat Voss, second 3-pointer of the game, big 3. Stretches that lead to 6 now, doubles the lead up on him.
Man-to-man pressure.
Good hands by Pioneers. We're going to have a block. Pretty good caller, I think. Voss was heading down the floor, and Jeremiah Johnston stepped right in front of him, so he's going to pick up his second foul now.
That's his second, you're right. Well, it's one of those situations, of course, the crowd kind of want a traveling build in there. Whoa.
Voss, 3-pointer well off the mark, but Coyne Logan runs it down. Nice dish over to Trapkus.
Big rebound by Jeremiah Johnston, on ahead to Zach Christensen.
Trapkus pulls down Johnston's shot. Coyne Logan, boy, up tempo here all of a sudden.
Yes, it is.
Sotos from the corner, partially blocked. Oh, my goodness.
Told Schulte at least once that as a block shot.
Oh, my goodness.
That's illegal.
You better believe it.
You bet it is.
Jeremiah Johnston stepped into that pick.
That's going to be his third.
Yeah.
That's 2 real quick ones here in less than 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
And Coach Hutton's quickly got a player up off the bench going to check in here.
Well, Chad Sherrard, 6'2" senior, is going to come in the ball game.
Alleman crowd still hot over that shot from the corner.
Well, and as the officials take a look over there, they don't mind hearing from the head coach, but we're not going to listen very much to the assistant coaches. I'll guarantee you that. I want to hear, I don't know whose voice that is. Oh, nice three.
Three-pointer. Dan Coyne-Logan, first points of the game for him.
Timeout for Sherrard.
And Alleman's living on that three-pointer. That's 2 threes for him now. Stretch that lead out. 28-19. So with 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter, we'll take a break and be right back. Why don't we take a look at the Alleman cheerleaders while we're here, Jess? We'll just watch them work.
A real nice crowd.
Well, Jim Smith along with Jim Sanders back here at the Panther Den. Coach Sanders, do you see what you were saying?
Yeah, that was one of the most profound things I think I've said in about 4 games, and we were off the air. Oh, it's been a little wild up here in the press box. It's getting hotter by the moment.
You know, I'm just sitting here while the Alleman cheerleaders were leading that cheer, reflecting back to 25, 30, 35 years ago in the Panther Den here, and all over the Quad Cities, these kind of crowds and this kind of crowd participation, this kind of noise level. And it's too bad that we don't have. We used to have that every week. It didn't matter who was playing or where it was being played at.
It didn't have to be a super-sectional game, or it didn't have to be a conference championship game. It was just a game.
Yeager, tough drive.
Nice drive, drew the foul.
Might be Voss. If it is, that'd be his second. Yep, Voss got him a little bit from on the hip, I believe.
Did a nice job of hanging in the air and drawing the foul, and then giving himself an opportunity for the three-point play. Steve Yeager at the line. He's a 5'8" senior. On the money. 28-20. 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. Boom. 2 in a row.
Well, he's found his eyes. 3 out of his last 4 from the line now, Mr. Yeager is. Yeager.
Oh, big
Steve
three.
Sotos deep in the corner. His first basket.
That's set up by Voss's penetration, though. He penetrates. People have to drop off and pick him up. And boy, Alleman's spotting up in that three-point line right now.
Ooh, nice move to the basket.
Nice move to the basket. Crowd wants travel.
Well, Brian had to pivot out of trouble, and he did. Sotos from the corner. Ooh.
Oh, great rebound position by Alleman.
Ryan Wood picks up his 6th point of the night. Nice weak side rebound.
Yeah, perfect position there, too, Coach. Perfect. Sherrard's not going to out-jump Alleman. They're going to have to get better position. Right now, they're not doing that. Good defense. Foul's going to be on number 10 on the push.
That was one of those little sneaky guard moves.
I think so.
Big guy shooting out. I'll give him a little shot in the gut right after he gets done shooting.
Solid officiating, because it's awful easy to be looking at that ball. That ball goes up like that, and look at the big guys up there trying to block the shot. But I'll tell you what, it's a lot more effective. A little touch on the hip or something like that. Yep.
That's Voss's 3rd. He's going to go sit down. Scott Cornell is going to check in. So we got Trapkus and Wood on the front line. Sotos, Coyne-Logan, Cornelis in the backcourt. Paul Luttrell at the line hits his first one. 10 was a 10-point, an 11-point, 12-point lead. Now it's an 11-point.
Short, but the touch, and it goes in. We'll take a look with 4:18 to go, and Voss sits down with his 3rd foul. See how this ball game develops from here.
And Coyne-Logan, no, wouldn't go. Good rebound position. Oh my goodness. Good idea.
I'll tell you what, how many times though have you seen a player jump up in the air, throw the ball right back underneath their own basket, and the other team gets an easy? There's no way that anybody but Sherrard or Alleman is going to have to go full court to get a basket here. Smart play.
Well, we're just hitting the halfway mark here. Alleman stretched their halftime lead from 5 to 10 now.
Yep.
33-23. They have the ball. Sherrard's playing man-to-man now.
Boy, I'll tell you what, power move inside that time.
Brian Trapkiss gets his first 2 of the second half. Gives him 10 on the night.
Well, we got 2 key players really out of the ball game right now with Jeremiah Johnston sitting down for Sherrard. Short shot that time by Schrock. Won't go. Offensive board. Long 3.
Trapkiss.
Nice move.
Brian Trapkiss did a nice job of protecting that ball with his body. He knew that he had trouble coming from behind somewhere. He kind of cut across the lane there and laid the ball up softly with his right hand.
Oh, a great touch for a big guy and moving that fast down the floor.
And he had Swanson chasing him, and he knew it.
Well, Alleman leads by 14 now, 37-23, 2:54 to go in the third quarter. The winner to advance to the state tournament.
Scott Cornelis on the block. Picks up his first. Third team foul here in the half for our Pioneers.
What's your reaction to state tournament moving to Peoria? What's got any feelings one way or another on that?
No, I don't.
Okay, I'll give you mine. I really think it's a neat idea. I mean, the Peoria area has produced some fine basketball teams over the years. Turnover there. And I just think that, maybe it's time for a change. That arena down there is beautiful. The ticket sales have been brisk, to say the least. And for people from our area, it's really a blessing because an hour and a half away.
Because they cut that trip in half.
That's right. Allows you to go down and back the same day. Where Champaign, you're going to have to stay over.
Plus, knock the people in Champaign, but I've heard a lot of people say they're tired of getting taken to the cleaners when they go down there state tournament weekend. The prices go up, and it's hard to get something to eat.
Well, and sometimes
Tony
you get
Scott
down
checks in here. Steve Sotos goes to the bench for the Pioneers.
Yeah, you have to stay in Bloomington or Danville or someplace else because of lack of space. But it's a great tournament in Champaign. I wouldn't have traded my experience as an official for anything going down there 3 times. But I think it's going to be fun. And we got some area officials, Bob Rowett and Randy Remington from our area are going to work the state tournament for the second consecutive year. So they'll get a chance to see how in A, and they'll get a chance to see how it plays in Peoria.
Scott Cornelis on the dribble now. Sherrard's playing man-to-man this half.
A little quick reach in that time by Steve
we got a
Yeager.
reach-in foul. They've been letting them play here a little bit, and all of a sudden they decide to call them. It's a tough game to call, though.
It really is.
What do you call? What do you not call? How much touch is a foul?
Right. Well, you just hope, and sometimes it's hard to do, but you just hope that when the first thing happens in the ball game, if you call it then, you call it the whole ball game, or if you don't call it, you don't call it the whole ball game. There's a lot of kids are real quick. There's a lot of what we call incidental contact that takes place.
Right.
And it's not an easy job. I think our fans need to realize, we talked about this last year, these officials are selected by the state by ratings of the coaches. Nice block.
Ryan Wood working hard underneath.
Outlet pass. Sherrard on the run. Nice basket by J. Paul Schrock. And a foul call.
Swanson, is it going to be on Todd Swanson?
I believe so. 53. Yep. Todd Swanson, yep.
His first, fourth team foul now.
Sherrard looked like they kind of like running that ball up and down the floor that time.
Well, they got out quickly on that and got that Ryan Wood battling underneath there. They had a block and a rebound put back that wouldn't go, and they got the rebound and quick outlet pass to Schrock, and he knew what to do with it.
On the run.
Got Cornelis at the line.
1 minute, 22 seconds to go. Alleman leads by 12. Third quarter action. Super-sectional. United Township High School. The Panther Den.
Cornelis stretches that lead now to 13.
Trap press again. Way to look down the floor. That's a good job. Crowd wants traveling there. And they got it there.
Well, they got away with one on the baseline. That one right out in the middle, we're not going to let you have, he said.
Sometimes you look at players, you say, okay, this guy thinks he got away with traveling, so I'll try it a little bit more and see how many steps we can actually get here.
See, I got to get that running start here.
But like good players, good officials, if they missed one over the corner, we didn't have a very good angle on that, but if they missed that, they weren't going to miss 2 in a row. That's for sure.
Well, we're just checked under a minute here. Oh, great
nice
anticipation by Schrock. Almost too good. He was past where the ball was.
He was past the ball.
Now it's on the dribble. Kicks it out the track. As Alleman be real patient here with the ball. They might be holding it here. Looking for one last shot here in the third quarter.
Sherrard doing a nice job defensively now. Man to man. Tough pressure. Oh, he thought he might have walked there. The Sherrard fans are going crazy on this side. The Alleman lead builds to 15 with 27 seconds to go.
Chris Watson, nice drive down the lane. Nobody stopped him.
Nope.
So picked up his dribble, ran a few steps, laid it up. Doesn't matter if it's traveling or not. He still is going to get credit for that bucket.
Right. Well, it's not traveling unless that whistle goes off.
That's right. Oh, nice job.
Nice entry pass that time by Steve Yeager. Basket by Brad Luttrell. Good defense by J. Paul Schrock. 7 seconds to go, third quarter.
Subs coming in now. Voss is checking in for Alleman. Cornell is going to go to the bench.
And Chad Sherrod's coming in the ball game. Todd Swanson's going to get an extra 7 seconds rest here.
Voss off the dribble.
Nice tip in.
Ryan Wood gets his second putback basket, just on good, solid rebounding position, and stretches that Alleman lead out now to 15, 42-27, end of the third period. Let's take a break and be right back with fourth quarter action.
Oh.
Teach what? Hey, I beat Rock Island. Well, we're back at the Panther Gym. Jim Smith along with Jim Sanders bringing you the fourth and final quarter of super-sectional action here. These teams, Sherrard and Alleman, locked up, trying to get to that Elite Eight down in Peoria on Friday. Winner of this game will play Friday morning. Pat Voss off the dribble, pulls up, pops a jumper, and Alleman stretches that lead to 17 now. Slowly pulling away.
Alleman's looking like they're going to just take this thing on themselves now. Nice drive. Oh, quick foul. Oh. I'll tell you, Sherrard's going to have to do that. They got to take the ball to the basket, but 17-point lead right now, and Alleman is about ready to turn this thing into a rout. I'll tell you, they're looking sharp defensively. They're getting better and better on offense, and I don't know. I mean,
well, I'll tell you what, you can't spot Alleman 17 points and say we'll play an 8-point game.
No,
that's just too big of a hill to climb.
That's right.
Sherrard's they're not gonna quit. They're not gonna lay down. They're gonna keep battling, but it's like you said, it's a mighty steep hill they got to go up. Swanson gets his third and fourth points of the night, and that's way off his average. Credit the Pioneer defense with that.
You bet. You bet. 44-29.
Late call. Probably the right call, but late call. Swanson reaching in over Trapkis's back. Fifth team foul now for Sherrard. They got to step up their defense. Try to create some offense off the defense, maybe.
Kind of looking out there right now, Sherrard's kids just look tired. I mean, they're a step late defensively. A couple of the kids are coughing. Maybe, who knows, this time of year somebody's got the flu bug or something going around. But a couple of kids, because that happens to everybody.
You know, it's been a long season. You get run down.
You bet you do.
Voss quick. We got too much contact inside. And we end up with Yeager on Trapkis, and that's a definite mismatch.
Well, they set a nice pick and roll there. Some might say that he rolled before he set the pick, but anyway, Yeager ended up on Trapkis, and that was not going to work. Quick foul helped out the cause.
Sixth team foul now. One more going to put Alleman in the bonus, and they don't need to have Alleman at the line shooting free throws.
Nope.
Voss against Ego. Nice move.
Drive. Good block though.
Trapkis put back. Count it.
Yep.
Trapkis puts down his 14th point. And that's the 7th team foul, so that'll put him in the bonus. Trapkis going for the old-fashioned three-point play here. And he gets it.
Well, the week in and week out, we haven't mentioned that either. The week in, week out competition that Alleman plays and their ability to win. You know, twice against UT, twice against Quincy. in a season like this, nice drive inside. It's a big difference. Preparing your kids for this game. Foul's going to be on Zach Christensen, I believe.
I believe you're right.
And it is.
Number 22, Chris Watson, that ball was loose in there. He came down and Zach just stepped in front.
Yep.
8th team foul. Well, they're closing in on that 10 now. 2 more.
And more importantly, they're closing in on that 20-point lead.
Well, if Watson hits both of these, that could be it. He's shooting a 1-and-1 here. He's short.
Way short. Oh, Sherrard's got the numbers. Alleman hustles back. Oh, nice drive. Won't go.
Here comes Voss. Quickly, they've got numbers going this way. Quick dish to Travis.
Oh, my.
Pat Voss really pushed that ball up the floor hard. And
a nice move that time by Todd Swanson.
Very nice.
Might be a situation of too little, too late, but that was a beautiful left-handed shot by Swanson that time.
6 points for Todd now.
But I think the fact, again, we mentioned early in the ball game, Alleman going with about 10 players, 9 or 10 players to 7 for Sherrard is paying off right now.
Trapka's showing his versatility. Pulls up, it pops about a 17-footer there for.
Again, 20-point lead, 51-31.
19 points for Trapkas now. Alleman almost a steal.
Big rebound.
Trapkas just took control of that one.
Yes, he did. Pretty soon there was nobody left in that orange.
That's that wide body in there.
There were about 4 guys in the orange, and all of a sudden he was the only one in there.
He pivoted a couple times, and everybody went away.
Well, I'm going to catch an elbow, and I'm going to get called for a foul both, so why stay here?
Tony Stock comes around the pick. Gets caught for. Gets that ball caught on his hip or his chest, and kind of shuffled his feet. Steve Soto's quickly up off the bench, and Tony Stock's going to go sit down. Here comes Dan Coyne-Logan up off the bench also. I believe he's going to check into the ball game. Give Chris Watson a rest.
Fresh legs, Coach, fresh legs.
Fresh legs. And Alleman with the full court pressure.
Oh, long three, won't go. Zach
Ryan
Christensen on the three-pointer, but couldn't get it down.
Wood, good rebounding position again. 20-point lead now, 51-31, 4:40 remaining in the game.
Well, I'll tell you, again, with this much time left in the ball game, I think you can start talking a little about down at the state tournament. But Alleman's got a lot of weapons. They're going to be a contender. They were last year, and there's no reason why they wouldn't be again this year.
Well, they went down there last year with a little different team, but Trapkas and Voss both played down there last year. Some of these young men were also on the team.
Yep.
Picked up 3rd or 4th place. What was it? I forget. 4th, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, they ended up in 4th place last year, so they brought home a nice trophy.
Well, we got a timeout on the floor. Alleman's going to take a timeout here with 4 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the ball game. The Pioneers in control over the Sherrard Tigers, 51-31. We'll be back in just a minute.
It hadn't been that bad. You haven't missed a beat.
Hey, we're back here. At the free throw line is Brad Luttrell, a 6'4" senior. It's a nice senior group, though, for Sherrard. They had a great season. A game like this, still doesn't take away from the fact that they're regional and sectional champions and done a nice job along the way.
Had Ryan Wood down low, couldn't find him.
And the Sweet 16 isn't all bad, Coach.
No, if they're down right now 18 points. It doesn't look good for them, but like you said, they've got nothing to be ashamed of. This is a fine group of seniors, and all the players on Sherrard have worked hard to make the team what it is.
Alleman slowing this ball down. This might be a good chance for Coach Schulte to work on their delay game a little bit, although the last 30 seconds wasn't very smooth. But they didn't lose control.
They had to rescue several loose balls.
Yeah. If they can get into this, it might smooth itself way out.
But they're not looking at the basket very hard here. They're looking to pass the ball.
Swanson knocks that ball away. Zach Christensen ends up with it. Swanson, long three-pointer off the back iron. Oh, tip in that time by Jeremiah Johnston. Crashes the board. Save, good steal by Swanson, and a foul. Sherrard is not going to give up. 51-35.
They're not going to quit, that's for sure.
3:09 to go in the fourth quarter.
Looks like Dan Coyne-Logan's going to pick up that foul. His first, team sixth.
J. Paul Schrock comes in the ball game. Zach Christensen's going to sit down again. Sherrard looking to get that ball inside a little bit, but it's not. They just can't seem to do that right now.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Alleman's working real hard on defense. Ooh, that was looked good. Nice
tip over the top by Jeremiah Johnston again. 51-37. Full court pressure. Alleman breaks it easily.
Coyne-Logan brings it up on the dribble. Voss to Trapkus. Coyne-Logan. Charge. And he's going to get called for the charge. Good defensive move there.
Very nice. Todd Swanson did a nice job that time. Hung in there and took that charge. Full blast. Just about the time you think the Sherrard's going to say, okay, it's over. You know, if the season's done, all of a sudden they run off several points in a row.
Tony Stock and Chris Watson check back in for the Pioneers. Dan Coyne-Logan's going out.
Nice pass ahead to Swanson. Spin move. Nice pass. Brad Luttrell from Todd Swanson.
And Sherrard's battled back to within 12 after being down 20. So
Brad Luttrell picks up that foul.
It's his second. 9th team foul now.
Sherrard's going to take a timeout, Coach.
Well, they want to take out and regroup, make sure they're heading the right direction. So, 2 minutes, 26 seconds remaining here in the game. 51-39, Alleman lead. Pat Voss will come back after this break and shoot his free throws. No? I yelled at him.
Well, we're back here. Oh, go ahead.
I'm back. Jim Smith along with Jim Sanders, and we're both back.
We're both back.
Pat Voss going to go to the line. He hits the first one. 52-39 now. 2:26 remain. Sherrard down by 20. Battle back to got it within 12. Alleman's looking to answer here. And Voss hits a pair. Alleman stays with their full court pressure. There's Voss. Christensen from behind, didn't see him coming.
Christensen was just ready to take that ball to the baseline there, and all of a sudden, here comes Voss. Oh, long three, air ball. That's a little out of range.
Oh, got a foul called on Sherrard. Looks like Jeremiah Johnson's going to pick that up. Who was the closest? Yep, there it is.
Pick her up. Yep.
It's 4 on him. And 10th team foul. So
I could see after watching Sherrard a couple times this year and not enough to make any real accurate claims, but I'll tell you what, Jeremiah Johnston to me is the guy that's going to make this ball club roll. He scraps on the boards, he plays great defense, he's got a nice soft touch around the basket. I imagine the attention that he got allowed Swanson to pick up a lot of baskets along the way too. But if you want somebody to go in there and mix it up, I'll take Johnston any day.
And there's no quit in him either.
Nope. Another nice drive. Here he comes. Took it to the hole. Bodies fly everywhere. Jump ball. Sherrard.
I think Johnston went in here expecting to be fouled, and nobody really fouled.
No.
Ball came pretty hard off the backboard.
One of those green shirts headed out the back into that lane in a big hurry.
Scott Cornelius checks in for Chris Watson.
2 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. That much time left. Wow, oh, nice long shot by Swanson. Won't go. Luttrell. Sherrard trying to get back in with 3-pointers, but there's a travel.
Well, we just checked in 2 minutes, 1:52 remaining, 55-39. Alleman in control.
J. Paul Schrock back in the ball game. Zach Christensen's going to sit out. Schrock's the only junior who's seen much playing time tonight.
Well, and you contrast that as we got a foul called on Sherrard here. You contrast that with Alleman's lineup. They've got one senior and 4 underclassmen that started for him tonight. 3 juniors and a sophomore that started for the Pioneers. Trapkus being the only senior.
How about Voss?
He's a junior.
Wow.
He's just been around for a long time.
Oh.
Scott Cornelis gets that first one. So Alleman has a great nucleus coming back next year. They're going to lose Trapkus, but not too many seniors that Scott Cornelis.
Yep. And he's had a good year, you know. I know as a senior he probably would like to have come in and played more, but it seems like he's been able to step up and give him some quality minutes.
I was going to say, when he comes in the game, they don't lose anything.
You bet.
He works hard. Yeah, Sherrard just can't buy a basket right now. They're forcing their shots up. All flicked out of bounds by Yeager.
18-point lead again, Coach.
$57-39.
Well, this will be our last Class A broadcast of the season. Been a lot of fun.
Cornelis to Wood, 2 points. Nice job by the Pioneers. Back to that 20-point lead.
Alleman with the ball, 1:08 to go. Sherrard still scrapping. Nice pass, Jeremiah Johnston. Todd Swanson will pick up that foul.
Play on. Coach Brian Hutton is unloading his bench here now.
We'll try to get all these guys as they come in. Laren Fazio is coming in the ball game, number 21. Number 15 is Steve Cannelli. Checking some more numbers. Number 45 is Kevin Carlson in the ball game. Jesse Ornelas is in the ball game, number 35.
You get 21, Coach?
21, I got Laren Fazio, and J. Paul Schrock stays in the ball game. So 4 subs for Sherrard.
Voss hits the first of 2. And here comes Dan Coyne-Logan. Jake Smithers back into the lineup for the Pioneers. Number 12 up the bench. That's Kevin McLean. Coach Schulte getting his starters out of the ball game now. Kevin McLean's going to come in for Voss if he hits this free throw. And he does. Gets a fine hand. Number 20, Paul Barnes, up off the bench. He's going to come in for Ryan Wood.
Oh, great season, Coach. Alleman's going to go to 24-6. And Sherrard will close out their season at 23-7 and finish the 1996 part of their season with a record of 16 wins and 1 loss with a regional and a sectional championship.
Both teams playing hard, working that ball around.
Oh, 3-pointer that time by J. Paul Schrock. Nice left-handed shot, 38 seconds to go. Alleman leads 61-44.
Coyne-Logan with the ball to Barnes. Kevin McLean steps into the open spot, gets a nice feed, knocks it down. 17 seconds remain. Time to get your shots, boys.
Oh, might have been just a little out of bounds.
Oh, he about knocked it down from the first row of the bleachers. Number 30 checking in for the Pioneers. That's Mike Watson. And Dan Coyne-Logan is going to go to the bench.
8 seconds to go.
Cornelis brings it up. Long shot by Barnes. Off the rim, wouldn't go, and that's the ball game. Alleman 63, Sherrard 44. Game effort by the Tigers. They fought back, got down by 20, fought back to within 12, and then Alleman pulled away again.
That was a a good ball game, Coach. I mean, like you say, the Sherrard Tigers got off to a terrible start. Were able to battle back in, but I think they had to use up too much energy to get there, and I think they just ran out of gas in the fourth quarter.
Well, as you would imagine, Alleman led by their two leaders, Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Brian Trapkus, I got him unofficially for 21 points. Pat Voss, 14 points, and fine job on defense and handling the ball. Scott Cornelis with 3 points. Chris Watson with 4. Dan Coyne-Logan with a 3-pointer for 3 points. Steve Sotos with a 3-pointer for 3 points. Ryan Wood, some fine work under the boards, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. He finishes in double figures. And that rounds out the scoring for the Pioneers. How about for those Sherrard Tigers,
Well,
Coach?
for Sherrard, Steve Yeager had 6 points. Christensen did not score. J. Paul Schrock had 5. Jeremiah Johnston had 11. Todd Swanson had 6, and Brad Luttrell had 16.
And we got the Alleman fans out.
They stay off the
team.
floor, and then all of a sudden,
And the dam broke.
well, now you don't want to get anybody hurt.
Now we got the people down on the floor. Be careful. Be careful.
Well, that's good, clean fun, coaches. There's still fun at the old ballpark, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's nice to see the student body get excited about about their team doing well. And like we said, now they're in the top 8.
And they got a tough draw down in Peoria when they get started down there. But if you're going to win a state championship, you got to beat the best.
Well, they were going to play the winner of the Pittsfield-Macomb game, I think, and Pittsfield comes in ranked number 2 into that game. So we don't know what the outcome of that game is.
And
But,
I should have looked at it, but I was a little busy this afternoon. But I think Shelbyville, the number 1 rated team in the state's in that bracket also. So if Alleman were to go all the way to the championship game, they may well have to beat both Pittsfield and Shelbyville to get there. But it's still, in my mind, week after week after week playing Rock Island, Quincy, UT, Moline, Galesburg prepares you for anybody. I don't care who you face.
well, yeah, like you said, the caliber of competition really sets Alleman up for tournament time, and they're used to being in tough ball games, and they've risen to the occasion here, and they're really playing good ball.
Yes, they are.
Well, Coach, why don't we wrap this up? Jim Smith with Jim Sanders, and we'll go down and see if we can get Coach Larry Schulte for a little post-game interview here.
Sounds like fun.
How about it, Jess?
Thank you. Great job. I didn't realize you were sweating that much down there. Yeah, well, we went right through.
Super job, Larry.
Yeah,
Super job.
great job.
Can we step right out in the middle of the corridor?
Let me pay off my agent here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, if I don't clean the glasses off, you'll never be able to see the cue cards. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Jess, you got it? Are we on? Okay. We're gonna head for the middle of the floor if we can.
We ready to go here?
Yeah, let's go right out here in the middle and get away from the crowd here just a little bit. Excuse me.
Hey, and then I thought
Coach, we're right up there where the red light is, Coach.
And I can't see out of these glasses.
Oh, you need a clean handkerchief? You got it?
That's all right. Yeah.
Well, this is Jim Smith down on the court with the victorious Coach Larry Schulte, who's just got soaked with got the old Gatorade bath, Coach.
My, that was
that's it. It's
fun.
worth it, huh?
I'm too old. That was a little shock to the system there.
Didn't see that one coming.
Didn't see it at all.
Well, let's talk about this ball game. I tell you what, your kids came out and played hard. Great first quarter. Sherrard kind of climbed back in there second quarter. You got to give them some credit. But your kids answered every charge and came away the victors.
No, they're too good a basketball team. We jumped on them 14-2. They were a little bit tight. We've had a few kids that have been, to this level before, and I think they knew a little bit more what to expect. Then, as I just alluded to, they're too good a team, and we relaxed a little bit, I think, on the defense in the second quarter and allowed them to get back into it at 22-17. But right there at the end of the second quarter, we began to reassert ourselves again. And then I was pretty confident that with the number of kids that we had used in the
first half that we could come out in the third quarter and really turn up the defense, and we did that.
I was just going to comment, you turned up the defensive pressure in the third quarter and put the game away for all practical purposes.
And we've done that pretty consistently all year long against some pretty good teams, where we've kind of sparred with them in the first half, and with the amount of players that we use off our bench with our depth in the third quarter, we've really been able to turn down the screws a little bit and pull away from some good teams.
You know, and you do such a great job of getting a lot of players in the ball game. Coach Sanders mentioned late in third quarter, early fourth quarter that Sherrard kids looked maybe half a step slow, getting a little leg worry, and you had fresh legs on the court at all times.
Well, that's definitely part of our game plan also. We've been trying to wear teams down, and we did that in the sectional final also. We certainly didn't want to get into a walk it up the floor kind of game. That's what happened to us in the sectional semifinal game, and we want to play a little bit quicker tempo than that to take advantage of the number of players that we use.
Well, and you've got the perfect personnel for that. You get the ball in Pat Voss's hands, and he pushes the ball up the floor as well as anybody around this area. Big school, small school, doesn't matter. And you got Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside, what a 1-2 punch. But maybe more importantly, you got the players around those two players, Travis and Voss I'm talking about, that are really stepping up and playing their roles and doing a great job.
You know, going into this season, we knew that Travis and Voss were obviously going to be quality players. They were quality players last year and were an integral part of that state tournament team that finished fourth. But, you know, when you go into a season with losing three starters, you don't know quite what to expect. And the maturity of some of these kids through the course of the year, you know, Scott Cornelis, for an example, now he's had some struggling times this year, but boy, coming this tournament run now, he's playing like a senior captain should play. He's coming off the bench and really taking care of the ball, knocking down free throws and playing good defense, which he's done all year long. Ryan Wood, of course, is a kid that has just come on like gangbusters. I mean, he's
some great rebounding tonight by Ryan.
Yeah, he's coming off. I don't know what his stats were tonight, but he had 17 points and 14 rebounds in the sectional final game, and tonight, once again, he was a horse on the board.
Yeah. Well, you got all the kids stepping up and playing hard, Coach, and that's what it's all about this time of the year. Well, you head on down to Peoria now to play a Friday morning game. Does it matter who you play?
Well, I'm pretty certain that we'll play Pittsfield. I'd be surprised if Macomb was able to beat Pittsfield. I've seen them both, and Pittsfield has been ranked either number 1 or 2 all year long, and there's good reason for that. They are probably as good a defensive team as I've seen all year long. It's really going to be a struggle. We are not in an easy bracket there. You're going to have the teams that have been ranked 1, 2, and 3 all year long.
They're all in your bracket.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, Coach, I know. Well, enjoy this one tonight, and then you'll go back to work tomorrow morning, I know, early, and get those kids practicing hard. But you got a veteran club. These kids have been there before, and they know how to react, and I'm sure they want to bring Bracken some more hardware.
Thanks a lot, Jim. I appreciate all the work that you and Jess and Jim and all the people with family ties do. I really appreciate it. You do a nice job with it.
Well, thanks, Coach. And this is Jim Smith with Larry Schulte, victorious Alleman coach, and wishing him the best luck down at the state tournament. And we'll be right back. Coach Sanders, I think, looking to round up some players. Thanks again,
you.
Larry.
All right.
Coach Sanders, you got some guys here?
Yes, I do. Okay. Well, we got Pat Voss here. First of all, camera's right up there.
All right.
Okay. All right. They're just zooming in on this whole big crowd here. Hello. First of all, congratulations. Great game, great tournament. Tell us what it feels like to be going back down to, I guess not back down to, we're going to go to Peoria. What's it feel like?
Great. Last year I was so excited, and this year I'm just as excited, and hopefully we'll go down and do a better job than we did last year.
Well, you had a great run down in the Champaign.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to be in and around the arena in Peoria yet? Have you been down there for seen any ball games or anything?
No, I haven't been down there at all, but Coach and I think Trap been down there a couple times, and I heard it was a great place to play. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, one thing about it, there's only 8 teams in Class A going to get a chance to do that. Alleman Pioneers are one of them. Talk to us about Sherrard a little bit and what you thought going in you're going to have to do, and then what you actually were able to do in the game.
Well, we worked on they're coming out of the zone, and they did. And we were hoping to knock down some early shots and get them out of the zone right away, but we weren't able to. But we started knocking down the shots in the third quarter, and we opened up trap, and we pretty much had the game because they had to go man to man.
Very good, very good. Well, I'll tell you, congratulations. Let's get the big guy. Don't leave now. Stay right here. Ryan, congratulations again. Camera's right up there. So there's your audience. Everybody be watching you. So, first of all, congratulations on a great game. Tell me how excited you are and what you're feeling right now.
Oh, I'm extremely excited to make it down, 2 years in a row. Can't get much more exciting than that.
Sherrard's big guys inside. What did you think you had to do, and how were you able to do that inside tonight?
Well, I knew that Voss would create a lot of what I would get out of the offense. So I just kind of let him dictate whatever happens, and I just there to put the ball in the bucket.
Well, again, you had that shot going from that 12, 14-foot range. I guess the key now is you're going to Peoria and play down there. What are you thinking about that right now?
Well, it's kind of a disappointment not to be playing in Champaign, but it's still for the state title, and that's what matters, and we're going to hopefully bring that home this year.
What about the Alleman fans? Both of you guys, ask you both the same question. You come into a big game like this. What about the fan support you guys got tonight?
It was great fan support, and my grandpa came to the first game, so I kind of dedicated this game to my grandpa.
Oh, you got all your basketball ability from him?
Oh, yeah.
Is he a real tall guy, kind of about 6'9"?
He's about 4 or 5.
All heart, though, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Well, that's great. And I guess now we're going down. We're going to play Pittsfield or Macomb. Any preference?
I kind of want to play Pittsfield just because of what I've heard about them so far this year, and see what they got.
Very good. Well, guys, congratulations. We're watching you on TV. Good luck. Take it to them. See you later. Well, Coach, I tell you what, this is it. We mentioned earlier, this is the end of our Class A schedule for the year. It's been my pleasure to work the ball games with you this year. We've had a lot of fun. Hope the fans have enjoyed it. Again, if you've got any comments or questions, why, phone them in, because we want to give you the best product we can. So, closing comment.
Well, as you said, Coach, this has been a lot of fun over the years. Last couple of years, we've done this with Western Big Six, and it's fun to get to watch the kids grow and exhibit the kind of sportsmanship that we push here on the Family Ties production, Cox Cable Channel 38, and between you and I and Brian Mumma and Wildman, some of the other guys that have done some ball games, we want to wish everybody the best, and good luck to Alleman in the state tournament.
Well, that sounds great. Alleman fans, how about make a little bit of noise here? Let's make it. We're gone.